In 2003, Oxford philosopher Nick Bostrom published a paper that changed modern thought forever. He argued one of three possibilities must be true. Civilizations go extinct, simulations are impossible, or we are almost certainly living inside one now. The theory spread rapidly. But why did scientists quietly take it seriously? Bostrom's argument sounded philosophical at first. Yet computer scientists noticed something disturbing. Processing power doubles constantly. Virtual worlds grow more realistic every year. If future civilizations possessed near infinite computing power, simulated realities could outnumber base reality billions to one. That changes the odds completely. Elon Musk later claimed the odds we live in base reality may be 1 in billions. His statement triggered global debate. Some dismissed it as speculation. Others pointed toward artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and neural simulations already reshaping human perception. Were we unknowingly building evidence ourselves? Then, researchers revisited strange behavior inside quantum physics. Particles appear undefined until measured. Reality seems to render only when observed. Some physicists compared it to video game optimization, where unseen environments remain unloaded until a player arrives. The comparison felt absurd, yet the math remained unsettling. The double-slit experiment deepened the mystery. Electrons behaved like waves until scientists observed them directly. Observation changed physical outcomes. Einstein hated the implication. Decades later, experts still debate what consciousness does to reality itself. Why would the universe behave like responsive code under observation? In 2012, physicists proposed searching for limits inside cosmic rays. If space-time were simulated, hidden lattice patterns might exist beneath reality. Similar methods detect pixels inside digital images. The idea sounded impossible. Yet serious researchers explored it publicly. Why were respected scientists testing something so extreme? Ancient philosophy strangely echoed the theory. Plato described prisoners trapped inside shadows, mistaken for reality. Hindu traditions described Maya, an illusion masking truth. Buddhist teachings warned perception itself cannot be trusted. Thousands of years apart, civilizations repeated eerily similar warnings. Were they describing the same hidden structure? Then came glitches. Online communities exploded with stories impossible to verify, yet difficult to ignore. Missing time, repeating strangers, objects vanishing and reappearing elsewhere. Entire conversations remembered differently by multiple people. Psychologists blamed memory distortion, but millions reported identical experiences independently. Why did the patterns feel connected? The Mandela Effect became internet folklore. Thousands insisted Nelson Mandela died in prison during the 1980s, despite clear historical records proving otherwise. Soon, people remembered altered logos, movie lines, and events differently from documented reality. False memory explained some cases, but not the scale of collective certainty. CERN added another layer of unease. The Large Hadron Collider sought answers about reality's smallest structures. Conspiracy theories exploded online after unusual promotional videos and strange coincidences surrounded the project. Scientists denied all claims. Yet people feared particle experiments might expose something hidden beneath existence itself. In 2017, theoretical physicist James Gates discussed discovering error-correcting codes inside equations governing supersymmetry. The structures resembled digital correction systems used in computers. Gates never claimed reality was simulated, but his comments spread rapidly online. Why would mathematics resemble machine architecture so closely? Video games evolved at terrifying speed. Early simulations looked primitive. Modern engines produce worlds nearly indistinguishable from reality. Artificial intelligence now generates human faces, voices, and personalities instantly. Experts warn future simulations may become impossible to separate from authentic consciousness. What happens when simulations create simulations? Some philosophers propose consciousness itself may be transferable information. If minds can be copied digitally, simulated humans may eventually believe they are real. The ethical implications become horrifying instantly. Could suffering inside simulations matter morally? And if so, who created ours? And for what purpose? In Silicon Valley, wealthy technologists quietly funded simulation research. Reports emerged of private discussions involving escape theories, consciousness uploading, and computational cosmology. Most projects remained theoretical, yet the seriousness disturbed critics. Why were influential figures investing millions into ideas once considered science fiction? Astronomers discovered the universe obeys precise mathematical constants. Tiny changes would prevent stars, gravity, or life itself from existing. Some scientists call it coincidence. Others describe fine-tuning. Simulation theorists argue highly calibrated systems resemble intentional design, but intentional by whom remains unanswered. Quantum entanglement intensified suspicion further. Particles separated by impossible distances appeared connected instantly beyond conventional physics. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Decades later, researchers confirmed the phenomenon repeatedly. Reality itself seemed stranger than fiction. Could hidden systems operate beyond visible dimensions? During lockdowns, online searches for simulation theory surged dramatically worldwide. Isolation intensified existential fear. Millions questioned whether reality itself felt increasingly artificial. Endless screens, digital identities, algorithmic control. Experts linked the trend to anxiety. Yet others believed society was instinctively sensing something fundamentally wrong. Swedish philosopher Bostrom later warned people misunderstood his argument. He never claimed evidence proved we lived inside a simulation. He described statistical probability only. Still, the theory escaped academia permanently. Once planted, the idea spread like psychological contagion. Why did it resonate so deeply with modern life? Neuroscientists uncovered another disturbing detail. Human perception already functions like selective rendering. The brain filters most information automatically, constructing simplified models of reality continuously. We never experience the world directly, only interpretations generated internally. If perception is artificial already, what exactly defines reality? Then came reports from astronauts. Several described overwhelming cognitive shifts while viewing Earth from space. Some experienced dissociation, existential detachment, or feelings reality seemed staged somehow. Psychologists explained the overview effect, yet transcripts reveal descriptions hauntingly similar to simulation theory language decades later. Tech billionaires openly discussed simulation theory during interviews and conferences. Some treated it humorously. Others appeared deeply serious. Public fascination intensified because the people building artificial realities increasingly believed they might inhabit one themselves. Were they joking publicly while fearing privately? Physicist John Wheeler proposed the phrase, "it from bit." He believed information forms the foundation of physical reality itself. Matter, energy, and space-time may emerge from underlying informational processes. modern digital physics expanded his ideas dramatically. If the universe runs on information, who writes the code? Strange coincidences fueled belief online relentlessly. People described impossible statistical patterns surrounding birthdays, deaths, locations, and repeated numbers. Psychologists blamed apophenia, the human tendency to create patterns from randomness. Yet believers argued recurring anomalies felt orchestrated somehow. Why did randomness increasingly appear designed? In 2020, philosopher David Chalmers argued simulated worlds could still qualify as genuine realities. Even artificial environments contain authentic experiences for conscious beings living inside them. His argument changed the debate entirely. If simulated life feels real, does discovering truth even matter anymore? Some theorists propose dreams may reveal system instability. Lucid dreamers described environments behaving like unfinished programs, collapsing under scrutiny or changing instantly when questioned. Scientists attribute dreams to neurological processing alone. Still, parallels between dream logic and computational behavior remain difficult to ignore completely. Artificial intelligence accelerated fears dramatically. AI systems now generate realistic conversations, art, music, and entire identities autonomously. Experts warn future intelligence may surpass human comprehension entirely. If advanced civilizations create conscious digital worlds, simulated societies may eventually outnumber biological civilizations infinitely. Then came the Fermi paradox. If intelligent alien life should exist everywhere, why has humanity found nothing? Some theorists suggested civilizations destroy themselves before reaching advanced simulation stages. Others proposed something darker. Perhaps reality intentionally isolates conscious beings from discovering the larger system. Government agencies never officially investigated simulation theory directly. Yet, intelligence programs repeatedly studied consciousness, perception, and reality manipulation historically. Declassified projects involving remote viewing and psychological operations fueled suspicion online. Were authorities exploring human cognition for reasons never fully explained publicly? Physicists searching for a unified theory still struggle reconciling quantum mechanics with gravity. Reality behaves inconsistently across scales. Some researchers believe hidden computational structures may explain the conflict eventually. Others reject simulation ideas entirely. Yet no explanation fully resolves the contradictions. Online forums became modern campfires for existential fear. Anonymous users shared stories about reality breaking unexpectedly. Frozen moments, repeating timelines, familiar people behaving differently overnight. Most accounts lacked evidence entirely. Yet, emotional consistency across thousands of reports disturbed even skeptical observers. Ancient Gnostic texts described humanity trapped inside an artificial prison world governed by hidden architects. Salvation required awakening from illusion itself. Historians classify the writings as spiritual mythology. Still, modern readers notice disturbing similarities to digital simulation theories emerging thousands of years later. Researchers studying consciousness reached another terrifying possibility. Human awareness may not originate inside the brain alone. Some theories suggest consciousness interacts with reality externally, almost like receiving a signal instead of generating one. If true, where does the signal come from originally? During interviews, many scientists admitted simulation theory cannot currently be disproven scientifically. That limitation changes everything. A theory impossible to falsify exists beyond normal empirical testing. Critics argue this removes it from science completely. Believers argue reality itself may be hiding verification deliberately. Despite skepticism, simulation theory continues spreading across universities, podcasts, documentaries, and scientific discussions worldwide. Not because evidence confirms it conclusively, but because modern reality increasingly resembles engineered systems humans now understand intimately. The resemblance grows harder to dismiss each year. Tonight, we followed philosophers, physicists, technologists, and ancient thinkers toward one terrifying possibility. Maybe reality is genuine. Maybe coincidence explains everything. Or maybe consciousness exists inside a system so advanced we mistake it for nature itself. And if this world is simulated, who is watching?